Well, welcome back. We've been talking about a hot new trend that I really think is here to stay. It's all about eating fresh and local. It's called Farm to Table, and here to talk a little bit about it is the Emmy-nominated host, or the show is Wisconsin foodie, a friend of mine. We go way back, or kind of way back.
We do.
Kyle Cherek. Good to see you, Kyle.
Nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
You know, this is something I think that started in California, right? Or on the West Coast, and really it takes a while for it to make its way out here.
That's what most people think, and that's a fair estimation, but actually it started because Wisconsin is so great. It started at exactly the same time in our state with Odessa Piper, who would be the doppelganger in some ways on a culinary standpoint of Alice Waters in Berkeley, California. Odessa with her restaurant L'Etoile, which is in Madison.
Okay, I've heard about that.
Dynamic, fantastic, and now Tori Miller has taken the helm, has been doing what we now put a name around as Farm to Table since the early 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So we were one of the first. Who knew?
Absolutely, yeah. What Odessa would do in the old location at L'Etoile, you could go in and she had a map of Wisconsin, and there would be a dot where L'Etoile was in Madison, and then there would be lines of string and little nails tacked all over the state from the 85 to 90 farms that they were sourcing their menu from on a daily basis.
You know, it really does make sense. I mean, you're going to get the best food if you're going to, you know, local growers, local producers. I know in Canada this is huge, where it's almost like a law that the restaurants have to get their food, you know, from certain places. So,
and everybody throws socialism under the bus.
So where are some of the other restaurants? We talked earlier about the restaurant in Sheboygan, Field to Fork, that's doing it, and that's
Stefano,
an hour or so away. Great Cobb salads. They use, you know, Newski's bacon and Wisconsin cheeses, and it's just fresh homemade salad dressings and things like that.
Yeah, he does a huge amount of actually really great pork from Willow Creek, an extraordinary Berkshire grower here, raiser, I guess you would call, farmer here in the state, and they make an amazing, amazing pig. Tori Miller actually at L'Etoile also uses a great deal of Willow Creek's product. About 20% of the herd he uses at L'Etoile and Graze every year. I don't know the Green Bay food scene as well as I'd like to, but of course Hinterland here, and then their sister or brother, I don't know what you would call it, restaurant in Milwaukee, as well as the Whistling Swan up in Door County. Their chef, Dan Van Wright, has been a proponent of farm to table since he took the helm over. He's been semi-finaled for the James Beard twice, and he reaches from local nearby farms as well as, and it's okay to, by the way, this is a major distinction, it's okay to call it farm to table if you're still pulling from a farm and it's the best ingredient, but it's a little bit further than 25 or 30 miles outside of the restaurant.
Sure.
Dan, for instance, uses his poultry from a farm in Pennsylvania that has an amazing product and can keep up with the production that his and other restaurants need. They're still free range, they're organic, they're tasty, they're what they should be. They actually eat bugs as opposed to grain.
Really?
Well, this is how you can tell your eggs are good. The yolk, by the way, boys and girls, is supposed to be orange.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
If those chickens are eating those good little grubs and those good little bugs the way that God created them, that yolk will be orange and it'll actually taste like an egg. Similar with milk and things like that. It won't be so homogenized.
You know, it's interesting. You're seeing more and more just, you know, lots of restaurants just, you know, getting local things. And I always laugh when I go out of town and I see made with Newski's Wisconsin bacon, and even in the big cities, or real Wisconsin cheddar, because I think we have so many great products, you know, our chefs and restaurants need to be using them, you know.
Oh, it's extraordinary, yeah. The brain trust of talent and basically, you can put it like this in a nutshell. Wisconsin has got so much extraordinary farming and artisanal talent as far as ingredients that we put forth, and then chefing talent that we send out into the rest of the country. I was talking to an instructor for a culinary college up north from here a while ago, and he was saying when he toured all these kitchens in famous New York restaurants, there was a kid essentially from Wisconsin, cooking in every one of them.
I love that. Love to hear that. Well, always a pleasure to see you. I don't think this farm-to-table trend is going anywhere anytime soon. I hope it just keeps on going.
Well, you know the joke about what they called organic produce in the 40s and 30s and 20s?
No.
Produce.
Yeah, very true. Very, very true. Always good to see you. You can see him on Wisconsin Foodie, PBS, and we'll talk again soon, friend.
Thanks for having me, Amy.
Thank you.